Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran, and I'm with Yanti Lin today. And this is kind of like breaking news, and something that doesn't really usually happen in comics. But there has been at San Diego Comic Con a sex trafficking sting with what looks to be 14 arrests and 10 victims, and one of those victims happens to be a minor. Now, before we go into this, if you guys will look down below, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification, as we usually cover comic news, pop culture news. And as a veteran of the industry, I've worked in comics for 20 plus years. So I usually navigate these things to the best of my abilities. But I will have to say, in 20 years, 20 plus years working at Marvel, DC, Image Comics, I've never really heard of anything to do with sex trafficking at any convention I've ever attended. And I have attended San Diego Comic Con quite a bit. Now, with that said, San Diego Comic Con is a huge event, more of a media event. Hollywood has kind of taken it over, but it is one of those things that still has some comics in it, mainly toys and stuff like that. Sure, Artist Alley is very pushed to the corner of the thing now, but Hollywood did come in, and Hall H is a thing, and a lot of panels. And we all know about Hollywood and the scumminess and casting couches, all of that stuff. You guys know all about that. So I kind of wonder, is this the comic side of things, or is this the Hollywood side of things? We'll get into it.
Honestly, I don't even think it matters whether it's on the Hollywood side or the comic side. I think it's just the fact that it's such a massive convention. There's so many people there. And I hate to say, the fact is that you could be a little off, especially if you're at a Comic Con, because people know, nerds, geeks, they're always just a bit socially awkward. And it won't trigger any alarm bells. That's the scary part. So if you see someone who's being trafficked, you probably can't even recognize it because they're acting a little off, but most of the guys there are just a bit weird too, in a way. I hate to say that's a stereotype, but it is a stereotype. So it seems like the California Department of Justice actually did this whole sting operation where they posed as undercover sex buyers to identify and contact potential victims and arrest their traffickers. Not only that, they were like, well, let's do two birds with one stone. So they also posted undercover ads soliciting sex to arrest sex buyers. So the 14 people arrested, they could be the people trafficking them, or they could be people buying sex at San Diego Comic Con. We don't really know, and I don't think it's necessary to do a breakdown. I just want to say one thing though, and that's the fact that I'm surprised it took this long for them to do it. I mean, San Diego Con has been a massive con for how many decades already, and only now it becomes a matter of importance. I mean, why?
Well, there's a couple of things going on here. Is I think the San Diego Comic Con contract may be coming up, and the con, this happened years prior. They almost went out to Las Vegas, almost left San Diego, and it's a big deal. San Diego, for people who don't know, this is a big money pit for them. The Comic Con, they need that con. They make so much money. All the restaurants, all the hotels, quite 3 times the hotel prices just go up. They bleed everybody that goes to that con. And the city's pretty much, wiped out afterwards, and all the prices go back down, and they actually need the money from this thing. Now, I don't know if authorities are trying to clean something up that's been there for a year. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that just now this is a thing at the con. It just seems like, why now? Like, the con's been growing. It's had some down years because of COVID and the shutdown, of course. But why now? Why now kick in? Is it to have an appearance that you're doing something that maybe you knew this has been going on for years? I mean, that's speculation. But, keep in mind, this is an event that has like 100,000 people attending, people with God knows how much money, Hollywood celebs. I'm sure that there's a certain clientele that they're going to cater to. With that said, I do want to note that something this big, this event, was probably a really good place to hide such a thing, right? They're already working and their resources are stretched, right? San Diego Comic Con actually has snipers on buildings. I know a lot of people, that's going to freak you out, but when you're walking down the main strip to go into the con, there is a sniper perch on the top of a hotel. That kicked in after it was New York City, where a terrorist had taken a cab or something and tried to plow through a crowd. So they're always with this type of event, they have like drug dogs. They also have bomb dogs on the floor. If somebody drops a bag, there's already officers on it. I want to say like the con's attention has been towards other bad things happening, not something like sex trafficking, not something like prostitution. There's only so much resources they have for that many people being pushed into one building. And they're already stretching it. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that with the fire marshal and everything. They actually host so many events outside the con. They have people lined up and sleeping all night long to try to get a con exclusive toy and heat, sleeping on the street, people camping out to get into Hall H to see their favorite Hollywood celeb, try to sell them a movie and pretend they care about the audience. With all of this going on, the roads systems and everything are not growing. There's so many events outside the con, out in the sidewalk and stuff that everybody buying a ticket necessarily isn't inside the building. The building probably is already breaking code for how many tickets are being sold. Every time they have these outside events, they're arguing that they can sell more tickets because arguably some of these people are outside the actual building. I guess what I'm saying is a lot of palms have probably already been greased with San Diego in general to keep that con there and keep bringing more and more people into the con and not really building new hotels or more rooms for people. And I've shared rooms with people years ago going to San Diego Comic-Con when I was a poor struggling artist where I was sleeping on the floor, 16 people in a room. None of these hotels care. Now, obviously, they're breaking fire code, but they just want their money. They don't really care. There's a lot of people in San Diego that are looking the other way because they need that money that weekend. They count on it. I don't know if the city, what shape that city would be in if it ever loses this con. I would say San Diego Comic-Con is very evident. They don't really care about comics because they push comics all the way into the corner for all that Hollywood money, which came in really hard and really fast. With Hall H building that up just to accommodate these big studios. I don't know how many other things are going on here is what I'm trying to say. Could there be other things again, like illegal things happening? Is this just the tip of the iceberg? Because I get the vibe that this is all about the money and holding on to this con and bleeding fans for every dollar they have in their pocket. I hope this doesn't get worse in the future. They try to send a message with this saying that they hope this is going to scare people from doing this again. I would hope so, but time will tell.
Well, I would say one thing for sure though, guys, if you do see something amiss at any convention, maybe you should alert the authorities. Not everything is all hunky-dory. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yep. Launching this weekend, by the way, guys, if you haven't signed up, please go sign up. Inglorious Rex 3. We will be launching this Sunday. This is the third book, obviously, in the series. You can buy 1 and 2 on 9livescomics.com. Check it out if or you can buy it in the campaign, but we do ship out next day on any of the stuff on our website. This is a Monster Mayhem book. It's a beast of a series. I'll leave you guys with the trailer for Inglorious Rex 3 and catch you guys hopefully this Sunday, August 4th.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Truth always hurts worse. Doing good till first, reverse, now you last. Blast of the past. It's cool though. Last card player right. Uno. We never let up, been down forever. Sick man, we fed up. Know that we tired. Wake up the beast that's been sleeping inside. It's time to ride, we ready to slide. Hard-headed, I will not listen. If you do not get it, that's your bad. Keep up in the sky like we see you feet up. Metal meets metal, it's no keeping up. Sniper division, it's no seeing us. This here is earned, ain't no hookups. Swift you on the heat, gotta cook up. Next level on the way, better look up. Swift you on the heat, gotta cook up. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Can't kill my dreams, you ain't ready. I'm headed, I'm headed, I'm headed. Straight to the list with the legends.